All right, good morning. It is Wednesday, February 26th. Hey, Baba, what are you doing? Huh? Okay, come on, let's go. Did I say Wednesday? It's Monday. Oh my goodness, it's Monday, February 26th. Normal chore day. It's a little colder. They're going to the zoo. It's zoo day. This wind is chilly. But it's starting to feel, it feels spring, but this wind is very, very cold. What do you mean? Like this. Just a part of it. I was gonna do it tomorrow and Wednesday. We're gonna get messed up. We're gonna have to do it. We need to fill it up Tuesday and Wednesday. So maybe we'll do that. I think that's a good idea. Leave the saw to the end so that if we... What?
Clean your hat.
That's dirty. What, baby? Almost. Crazy cat.
There you go. No.
No, get, go, hop, get. Knew you were gonna do that. All right, so you can see we tossed this pile this weekend. So all of that was over there, or kind of. It was kind of spread out along this whole path, and tossed it, and actually pulled some really good compost out of the bottom of last year's. Yeah, some of it's over here. Moved it to here, and that's why I've got the tractor up by the deck. We started planting for our garden. So this, we'll start tossing this once or twice a week, throw some water on it. We'll keep adding manure and hay and all of that, but that thing will start to break down here in a couple weeks. It'll be nice compost. And then we'll take that and then we'll bring it over to the high tunnel over there where our chickens are, and we let them do the work. It's an amazing thing. It's a beautiful thing. We allow the chickens to do what they do. So I'll bring, once this turns into nice compost, I mean, it'll start heating up here over the next few days. I'll start, once it's compost, once it's good enough to put in the garden, I will bring tractor loads over into the high tunnel, and I will just drop piles, probably 5, 6, 7 piles, big piles, loader full piles, you know, in the corner, throughout the greenhouse, or throughout the high tunnel. And the chickens, will let the chickens do their thing. They're gonna hop up on it, they're gonna peck, they're gonna scratch. They will, over time, over probably a week or so, end up spreading all of that compost for us. We don't have to do any work. I just need to throw it in there, and the chickens will spread the compost for us. Then we'll have a nice layer of compost in our garden as we get prepare for spring. So you know, allowing the animals to do the work for you is an amazing thing. They're doing what they naturally want to do. Peck and scratch, right? Peck and scratch. They're gonna look for those bugs, whatever bugs are in there, and naturally spread the compost for us. With this hay, what I'm gonna do, I've talked about this a few times, I will take, the cows are on our middle third essentially of our pasture. So I will start throwing these flakes, and that's where we had our pigs. So that's where we ran our hogs all last year. And hogs do what they do, they root up areas. So you can see these paddocks that these pigs just destroyed, which is an amazing thing, because there's a lot of weeds and just cruddy grass out there that I didn't want anyway. So let the pigs root it up. They're gonna find that dormant seed. We're gonna have some nice seed pop up in the spring. But in the meantime, I'll spread the cow's hay over all of that. They're gonna go out, they're gonna graze, they're gonna eat the hay, they're gonna leave 10%, you know, 7%, whatever the numbers are. But while they're eating, they're spreading hay to cover that bare ground, which is important. You never want bare ground. You always want some sort of cover. And they're gonna be pooping and peeing in that area, essentially fertilizing, so that this spring and then essentially next spring we're gonna have amazing pasture for these cows to come back through and graze. So allowing the animals to do the work for you that they're naturally going to do anyhow. Chickens peck and scratch, pigs root, cows graze, poop, pee. It's allowing all of these animals to work harmoniously together to, again, essentially you're giving back to the ground, back to the earth. Like Joel Salatin says, he is a grass farmer. That's what he calls himself. He is a grass farmer. He's out there farming grass, making the soil better today than it was, you know, yesterday, type of thing. And that cycle just continues as long as you're rotationally grazing and allowing these animals to do what they do. So, an amazing thing. I'll show you this paddock here. I'll take you guys down to one of the ones. So the pigs ended there. So a couple paddocks before them was right over here. That's where we'll go, and you'll see how they just destroyed the area. Okay, so our hogs ended right over there. I don't know if you can tell. So they were there the last week before we slaughtered. Prior to that, they were here. You can see, you can tell what they've done. And then the week before that, like right where the wheelbarrow's at, I know it's kind of hard to see just because of the lighting. I mean, you can tell. I mean, there's an obvious spot where I moved the fence. They were here, and for whatever reason, I don't know at the time, there must have been a reason, but I hopped the fence. So you see this strip of grass that's still long. They obviously were not in that area. It's very obvious what they did here. They ripped this up. So yesterday, you see I spread hay over here. And the cows do their thing. They graze most of it. There's nice poop patties, and they peed, and then they left a little bit here. So ground cover, it's so huge. You want to make sure all this bare ground, you don't want it bare for too long. So I'll probably throw another flake of hay over there. But you can see what these pigs have done. And then we're gonna utilize the cows, just being cows. They're gonna naturally come out and eat all this hay I throw down. And while they're out here, they're doing their thing. They're pooping, they're peeing, they're adding natural fertilization to the ground, and then they're spreading whatever waste, whatever hay they don't pick up is getting spread on the bare ground, which is what we want. And last thing I'm going to point out, and then I gotta get going. You could see this. I mean, it's like brambly. It's just junk. This is. I don't want this stuff on my pasture. This is all junk, weeds. That's what was in there. So that's the amazing thing, is they come in, they root all this up, they sit on it, they get their nose in there and root all this up for me. But then they're gonna go deeper in the dirt, and there is dormant seed out here. There's dormant grass seed everywhere. And they will root that up. And if we get enough moisture and I cover it, it's covered, sun hits it, we're gonna have nice grass. So there you go. Obviously this fence isn't on yet. I'm sitting here touching this fence. That thing hits. I've been hit by that a few times. It hurts. So I'm gonna go plug that thing in. You guys have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. We'll catch you next time. We are butchering. So Mary's been hanging in the cooler. This Saturday will be 2 weeks. We're gonna start butchering her this Saturday. So over the next 3 weeks, we'll probably do that. So stay tuned. We'll bring you in on our. We're doing mostly ground. 90% of it's ground. I'm gonna keep the ribeyes, and I don't know if I'm gonna do T-bones, or I'm gonna keep all the. I'm gonna keep the nice ones, right? The ribeyes. I don't think we're gonna do T-bones, so I'll probably do the fillet and then the New York strip. So I'll keep those sections, and then we're grounding everything else. She's a milk cow. She's 8 years old, 9 years old. You're not gonna get any. I'm just keeping the. I want to try it. I want to try the ribeyes and the tenderloin just to see. I mean, she's an old girl, so it's not like our 2-year-old Wagyu that we've got in the freezer, which is amazing. Her ribeyes are amazing. So completely different style. So typically you just ground. You're gonna ground a milk cow, but I'm gonna keep some of them. We'll try them out. All right, have an awesome day. Have a great week. See you guys next time.